Welcome back. Let's take a look at my latest psychology assignment. This assignment was about sensation and perception, or optical illusions. So what exactly is an optical illusion? An optical illusion is an experience of seeming to see something that does not exist or that is other than it appears. So in this assignment, I went around to several people and interviewed them, showing them a series of 6 optical illusions. So let's take a look at the first one. This one's called invisible triangle. Now you can see in the center there's not really a triangle. There's merely other forms surrounding it, which trick our brains into thinking there is a triangle. Now this was pretty easy for most people to perceive that there wasn't really a triangle there, and their brain makes the connection through patterns, assuming there is a triangle there. Now the next illusion is called gray square. The illusion is that square A and square B are the same color. When we look at this illusion, because our brain sees a specific pattern, we don't see square A and square B as being the same color. However, if we then cut out the squares and put them together, we can clearly see that they are the same color. This was really hard for a lot of people to believe, and they were very strong in their opinions that they were not the same color, so I had to cut them out and show them. And even after that, a lot of people still had a hard time believing it. They would move the squares back and forth and see them changing color and just be fascinated by that. Next one, invisible square. Illusion is very similar to the invisible triangle illusion. In this illusion, we have 4 pie chart shaped structures, which allow us to see a square in the middle. Now obviously, like with the triangle, the square is not really in the middle, it's just our eyes making the connection, because our brain is used to seeing these specific patterns. This illusion was also very easy for people to understand. Next, the shepherd's table. Now for some people, this illusion was a bit of a stretch. As you can see, one tabletop is a lot longer than the other tabletop. Or is it really? If we cut these 2 tabletops off and put them on top of each other, they will match up exactly the same, because both of the tabletops are the same size. Our mind tricks us into thinking they're different sizes, because how far the legs are apart from each other on the table. This is how our minds are able to perceive depth. Now this illusion was hard for people to believe too. It doesn't look by any stretch of the imagination that these tabletops could be the same size. However, when placed together, we can see that they really are. A lot of people really liked these motion illusions and had a fun time looking at them. And after I was done showing them all these illusions, they expected more. And so they went on their own onto the internet and looked and found other illusions and had fun doing that. So lastly, I asked people about subliminal persuasion. Now, what is subliminal persuasion? Subliminal means below the level of conscious mind. The brain perceives the information in theory, but does not interpret the information for meaning. You may or may not know, subliminal persuasion is a myth. But there were people with very strong beliefs who thought that subliminal advertising and subliminal persuasion was a real thing. And they even gave examples, for persuasion simply is a myth. There's a lot of other really good optical illusions out there you can go look up, but that's all we have time for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.